Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Football season means that fall is almost here, and that means in your home you're going to start seeing stink bugs, ladybugs, box elder bugs. See all these little flying guys. They're looking for a place to winter. They want to hole up in your house where it's nice and warm. You don't want them there. Call Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Get a one-time exterior treatment. I'm going to do it at my home. Southeast Termite and Pest Control. All right. Some quickie notes on injuries and the like, player movement and other things. Want to get you these green jerseys. Yesterday we had Jalen Reeves-Maben, Jalen Hurd. There we go. Mike Abernathy, DJ Henderson, Jalen Hurd, Juwan Jennings, Jalen Reeves-Maben, Austin Smith in green jerseys, which meant limited. Non-contact. You have Dontavius Blair has left the team. Cody Blank has graduated and not going to do his last season, even though he's graduated, or because he's graduated. And then Joe Stockstill also departed. Butch Jones said sometimes the body isn't willing, so that sounds like a forced retirement, if you will. Jay Rochelle, the wide receiver, returns to the team as a walk-on. Rochelle. For those who are Seinfeld fans. And then we have wide receiver Vincent Perry is practicing with the team, but he is not academically eligible, still practicing. And Tommy Townsend this week transferred to Florida. The backup punter for Tennessee now gone to Florida, where he will back up his own brother down there. All right. Now, I want to ask quick observations on a couple of guys coming back from injury that weren't mentioned there. Kyle Phillips, first of all, really showed some flashes last year, got hurt. How is he looking so far?
I was going to say, with all those green jerseys, I thought I was back covering Michigan State again for a while at Tennessee. But no, Phillips has looked good. Tuttle's the one that, look, it's going to be going to be baby steps. And this is the guy because Phillips is fine. That's why I'm just glossing over, because this guy's plugged in, looks great. Tuttle's the guy that's the baby steps, and the question is, will he be back for September 24th? Now, Butch Jones hasn't said that, but let's face it, that's the elephant in the room or the gator in the room, if you want to make those analogies. But that's the game you need him back for, Bob. I don't think you rush a guy that fractured his leg against Georgia, right?
Well, I don't think you rush him, but I think this team really needs him for the depth. And I think if you look, everybody loved Khalil McKenzie last August. Okay, when Shy Tuttle got hurt, how many people would have taken Khalil McKenzie over Shy Tuttle? I think Shy Tuttle had impressed everybody, so I think you need him back, but I'm going to agree with Mike again.
Although McKenzie came on late in the year when Tuttle got hurt, McKenzie got better, and McKenzie has really sculpted his body and changed his weight, dropped 30 pounds, I think, much better than he was last year.
Oh, yeah.
So, thoughts on Jonathan Kongbo? By all accounts, just a freak athletically.
Coach. I haven't seen as much practice as Mike has, but he's just, he's just huge and athletic, and you'll find a way. He will make plays. You got to find a way to use him, a guy like that, and they will.
Will, let me ask you, former pass rusher down there. Here's a guy that has only played a couple of years of organized football. So he's not going to step in there and know everything in terms of ins and outs and the X's and O's, although they say he's picking it up quickly. But you have a guy with freakish talent. You stick him in there on third downs and just say, there's the quarterback, go get him, sort of the water boy mentality, or are you looking at this guy and say, well, we can put him at defensive tackle? You did a little pass rush work from defensive tackle.
Yeah.
How do you use this guy?
I use him any way you can. I mean, Coach Chavis had a good line when there were some guys that didn't know the playbook as well. And all he said about this was one thing: speed makes up for a lot of mistakes. And basically, if you've got a guy that talented, he may mess a play up or two, but on the field, he's going to make big plays too. That's going to help your team more. You figure out a way to get him on the field, whether it's at end or in the middle at defensive tackle to pass rush. You want that guy on the field. And if he's the third best pass rusher, then in pass rushing situations, he's either at tackle or end, but you're finding him on the field.
The thing I think helps Kongbo's case is you've gone from Jancic, who I don't want to say was a conservative coach, but more conservative than what Bob Shoop has appeared to be in his career. So I think a more conservative coach may say, let's let him learn what he's doing. We don't want to put him out there and let him make a mistake. Whereas somebody who rolls the dice a bit more likely to say, let's get the athlete on the field and see what he does.
I can tell you flat out, the guys I played for, Chavis and Wade Phillips, they both put the most talented player on the field, even if he doesn't know the plays at all times.
There you go. All right. When we come back, we got a lot more to do in this show. We got tons to talk about. A little later in the show, Mike Griffiths covered umpteen coaches, and he's back at UT now. I wanted to get his take on how Butch Jones practices compare to other coaches? It'll be a short segment with that, but I want to get it in like 2 or 3 words. I want to have him sum up Butch Jones versus other coaches. First, though, since Will's here, we're going to compare the 2016 starters on offense, defense, and at quarterback versus the 98 and 01 starters. Where does this team stack up? If it's going to be a 2-loss team or a 1-loss team or win the whole shebang, how does it stack up? Come on back.